I'll take the girl.
Who are you?
If you must know, my name is Osmond Sadler, the master of this fine religious community.
What do you want?
To demonstrate to the whole world our astounding power, of course. No longer will the United States think they can police the world forever. So, we kidnapped the president's daughter in order to give her our power and then send her back.
No. Leon, I think they shot something in my neck.
What did you do to her?
We just planted her a little gift. Oh, there's going to be one hell of a party when she returns home to her loving father. But before that, I thought I might bargain with the president for some donation. Believe it or not, it takes quite a lot of money to keep this church up and running.
Faith and money will lead you nowhere, Sadler.
Oh, I believe I forgot to tell you that we gave you the same gift.
When I was unconscious.
Oh, I truly hope you like our small but special contributions. When the eggs hatch, you will become my puppets. Involuntarily, you'll do as I say. I'll have total control over your minds. Don't you think this is a revolutionary way to promulgate one's faith?
Sounds more like an alien invasion if you ask me. You okay?
Leon, what's gonna happen to us?
Don't worry. We got into this mess, we can get out of it.
Well, we've hit chapter 2. Probably won't go too much longer tonight. It's already 8:30 and I'm tired. Oh, we got another thing here. Whoa! I remember this next part being kind of annoying too.
Welcome. Got some rare things on. What are you selling? Is that all? Thank you.
Thought I had more.
What are you
What do you got?
buying?
Ooh.
Thank you. What are you selling?
And that's all profit, baby.
Is that all? Thank you. What are you buying? Is that all? Thank you. Is that is that is that thank you. What are you buying? Come back. Anytime.
There we go. That's what we like to see. We got plenty of handgun ammo. I need to turn around and go this way. Ashley. What do you mean? Yeah. Alright, I got turned around. Okay, we're gonna go straight. Let's go.
Hi.
Alright, come and get me. You've done the deed, perceive. Damn, we burned through that ammo quick.
I opened it, Leon.
What do you want, a fucking medal?
Welcome. Got a selection of... What are you selling? What are you buying? Is that... Thank you. Come back anytime.
Oh, alright, we're gonna go back. Seriously? There's a fucking ladder right there, Ashley.
Hello, what's up? We were talking about Batman.
Yeah, I'm playing Resident Evil, you bastards.
No, we're talking on the wrong channel.
I went with the original because
yeah.
I kind of forgot I uninstalled the remake, so we're playing the original with an HD mod.
Ah, cool.
Nice.
This is one of
With
my
the
favorites.
I love
With
that
the
game. I haven't
superior
played it in a
voice
very
acting
long
in your
time.
opinion?
Oh,
What's up, Robert?
With the superior voice acting, in your opinion?
Only in there's only one actor in the remake that I think is worse than the original, and that's the merchant. And that's just like such a specific voice. You were never gonna get a accurate recreation.
what are you buying?
What are you selling?
I know. No, I know nothing about like the background on the remake. Like I don't know if any of the original voice actors were asked to come back or not.
I don't think so.
Surely, surely Ashley sounds better in the remake, right?
She sounds more normal.
Yeah.
That's good.
I think Ashley's really annoying.
The biggest thing was just remembering how utterly useless she is in this game.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, now we're just getting it into this weird era where we're getting more quote-unquote modern games getting remade. So it's just interesting where, you know, there's much less of a gap between these versions of Resident Evil 4 than the earlier ones. And obviously
Is there,
the 90s version, like relatively speaking, I mean, like the 90s Resident Evil games are just
Where are you going, Leon?
so different than like what this one is, the original.
Yeah, but
and
I mean,
90s games are not remembered for their voice acting.
Yeah, but I mean, keep in mind that this original game came out in 2005, so it was 18 years between remakes, between the remake and this. The biggest difference is this game, unlike the originals, is on like every, unlike like 1 through 3, is on every platform known to man.
What are you selling?
Sure.
This is their Skyrim.
It's readily available, and I also don't think it's aged that badly.
It has not, but I do think, at least in my experience, a lot of people that I've talked to that like Resident Evil can't deal with the tank controls on this. So, like, that remake is for them.
Leon, I have bad news.
But, I mean, you could play either one. I think they're both great.
I have to tell you anyway. We've lost contact.
Yeah, does Shadow of the Colossus just have a remake, or does that have an actual, or was that just a remaster?
That is a ground-up remake.
Okay, got it. So there was a remaster and then an actual remake. I don't know how close that sticks to the original version.
I've never played either one. So
that's a game I still need to play.
Robert, I don't know if you're watching, but I'm about to do straight up just Richard Night of the Living Dead segment.
Ooh, run.
Quick, in that cabin.
We're surrounded by Ganados or zombies, and we're stuck in a cabin.
Ah, got you.
Hey, I recognize that. It's like that movie.
Yeah.
World, eh?
And the only thing with the remake that is a little disappointing is they did kind of tone down the campiness. Like, this guy just said, oh, he equipped his daughter with ballistics.
Oh my god. Well, you know they could not get away with that
Yeah, no, they can't get away with that. They're remake.
Before asking someone his name.
Her name's Ashley Graham.
But I like what they do with Luis in the remake quite a bit.
Well, you know. Don't worry. She's cool.
Yeah, I think when you just get to the 2000s is like PlayStation 2, GameCube on, like that's what, or Xbox on, like that's what I think of as like modern gaming, even though this stuff is over 20 years old now.
And I have played this game as so many times that I had the version that was GameCube exclusive.
Oh, nice.
This was part of, I think it's called the Capcom 3. Where Capcom 4, I think. They had like a deal for a certain amount of games that were exclusive to the GameCube. And that ended up being RE4, RE1 Remake, I want to say Beautiful Joe, and RE0. That didn't last long. Because the GameCube was such just a like financial disaster.
I like the GameCube.
It's my favorite Nintendo console.
It's a great console.
Are you okay?
I didn't know it like financial understanding.
Oh yeah, it sold like shit. Some of these PC controls are really awkward.
The Wii is like still Nintendo's best-selling console, I think.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's the only one that appealed to, or well, it's the first one they had that really appealed to like the casuals.
The casuals.
Like you.
Oh, me. Yeah, like me.
And that's funny because I fucking hate that thing. Although,
I grew up with the Wii.
I will say it is probably the best version of RE4 that I've ever played.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, no, RE4 is surprisingly good on the Wii. Like the motion controls actually work, like in its favor.
Yeah, and I typically hate motion controls. I've not played the Switch version to see if it has motion controls, but that would be interesting.
Maybe you should get the Xbox Connect. Maybe that'll turn you around.
No.
Oh god.
So Robert, the interesting thing with this is because like in the old games you were often like encouraged to get headshots. But in this game, if you shoot them in the head, the parasite can come out, and it will do an ungodly amount of damage.
Nice.
I hate that parasite.
Shit. But they are one shot if you have a flashbang. The whole thing is they can't stay in daylight or any kind of light. The segment also can get pretty difficult.
And like I said, it's obviously relative, but like, and I remember a few years ago, before the remake of Last of Us Part 1 came out, I was watching someone do a Let's Play of the Last of Us Remastered, and they're like, okay, I know this is kind of an older game, and it's gonna look kind of dated, but I'm gonna go with it. I was like, oh god, are we calling that old now? It was like 6 years later.
Ooh.
You know, those are the kind of people that only play like what's coming out right at the moment.
Yeah, exactly.
When did the first Last of Us come out?
The original release of the first one was 2013.
Yeah.
Yeah, to me 2013 doesn't feel that long ago, but it's over 10 years.
Yeah, exactly.
It's crazy.
And like, obviously, I realize that most modern games look a lot better than the Last of Us After does, but when I'm playing it, like, I still think it looks fine. I think it looks very impressive. Very good.
Yeah, I think it looks alright. Like, I mean, the problem is a lot of those people that are like, I know this is really old, have like no historical perspective. Go back and play like half the games that came out around that same time, and they look like shit.
Absolutely. There's a big difference.
But I also watch a lot of Digital Foundry, and they do like tech breakdowns on games. So I'm not like an expert or anything, but I've like learned to identify little things, and like you can tell what era a game is made in. Like, Mass Effect 3 is one of the most 2012 games I've ever played. Hey, we did it first try. I've gotten stuck there before.
I've had trouble with this part, yeah.
So, what do we do now? The bridge I crossed to get here's out.
Yeah, I'm interested to play the remake of this, even though
the gameplay
I was always
is
in
really
the camp.
good.
I was always in the camp that it's kind of pointless remaking this game because it's available everywhere. But from what I've seen of the remake, it does look pretty cool. So I might give it a try.
I was also in that camp, but I also knew that I would buy it anyway because I'm a Resident Evil fanboy.
You're a shill.
I am a shill. Capcom, sponsor me. I'll say good things about your Resident Evil games. And like,
well,
I have issues with the presentation, but oh man, the actual like gameplay and combat is so fucking good.
That's good. And like any remake, it's not as egregious if the original's still available. And it feels like if they wanted to bury the original version of this, like it would be difficult to, because it is.
It would be almost impossible.
Yeah, I mean,
but,
you can play this on anything.
You can even play this on the Zebu.
The what?
So no, Torgo, look up. I think it's called the Zebu, but it's like a Brazilian console. It's hysterical.
Okay.
Look up the Resident Evil 4 Zebu port.
And but yeah, and what sucks about the gaming industry is just video games are notoriously bad at preserving old games and keeping them available. Like you have to go to ports and you have to use emulators for a lot of old stuff. Like, it sucks. Like, the gaming industry should be better at preserving old games.
One thing that I can potentially see as a problem with game preservation is because it depends on hardware. Like, I've noticed that since I got a PC, is that a lot of older games, like, I'll use Knights of the Old Republic as an example. It's a original Xbox game. It does not run well with modern hardware.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I don't know if there's a good answer to game preservation, just because it's too much of an ask to ask that companies build every console with compatible technology to run older games. That's why the PS3 was $600 at launch.
That's a good point.
The Zebu looks like a good console.
Did you see the RE4 port?
Yeah.
They're all blue.
Dabba dee dabba die.
Dabba dee dabba die.
And now you can play RE4 Remake on your iPhone.
Oh.
Surprise, surprise, it's not a very good way to play it.
You can play those terrible GTA remasters on your phone now.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Alright, left or right?
Left.
Left.
I don't remember which one
behind,
is which,
so-
but
I don't. My footage is behind, so I don't even.
okay.
Yeah,
This is that
what
one
you're
where you
supposed to
pick. This is one where you pick which door you go down, and depending on what it is, you fight one of two different enemies. You fight either the chainsaw ladies or the El Gigante.
I think last time I played, I felt the El Gigante.
I'm gonna be honest. I typically run past him just because he always kills Ashley, and then that's a game over. Oh, and Robert, you can kill Ashley, by the way.
Cool.
Yeah, and then it's
I assume
game
we moved
over.
that.
Huh?
Leon.
Oh, thank God it's this part. Barbecue.
I just know about one remake change with Ashley that really pissed people off, but I don't know if we're allowed to talk about that.
I don't see why not.
Oh, why not?
The change to the character model.
Oh, I see.
I know some people are upset about that.
Of course they were.
Of course. Isn't she like 17 though?
She is definitely young.
Yeah, like I don't know.
But I mean, I would just like to point out, not that I want to stay on this topic forever. I don't mind bringing it up. These are the same people that complained Ellie in The Last of Us show wasn't hot enough.
That's true.
Ew.
She's 13.
Ew. Some people just need to go outside. Okay, and get serious help.
Yeah, that too.
I had to add that. Don't just go outside. Like, just
Don't just go
Get serious help.
oh.